Hello and welcome back to Awaken to IELTS Everyday, to help you practice every day. Today is week 2, travel and tourism. Well, hey. And we're going to focus on listening parts 1 and 2, which is everyday life situations. Talking about everyday life situations, I've just had my hair cut. What do you think? Kind of a little bit short, but there you go. I hope you like it. So, welcome back. This week, travel and tourism in our imaginations, at least, even if we're not going anywhere. In IELTS listening parts 1 and 2, the situations that we have to listen to are everyday practical ones, less academic. You might hear a hotel booking, a city tour reservation, directions around a museum, movie cinema tickets, or information about a local service. Now, this sounds simple, but as with everything to do with IELTS, the trick is in the details and the kind of trying to confuse you a little bit or a lot. Naughty IELTS. Anyway, let's start with part 1. Part 1 is usually a dialogue, a conversation in an everyday setting, like a guest calling a hotel or a customer booking a tour. Booking. I can hear my accent, my northeastern English accent. Look, there, which is what you will hear in an IELTS listening test. Maybe, maybe not. So what you will need to do for this is you're going to need to write down names, dates, phone numbers, addresses, prices, numbers. And so there's a lot to take on, really. Bit scary, maybe, but I'm here to help. Here are a few tips to help you boost your score. And these are easy to learn if you listen carefully. And of course, you can watch this video as many times as you want. Listen for names, and they're almost always spelled out. Ben, easy, B-E-N. It could be Den, D-E-N, or it could be Bem, B-E-M, M for mother. Ashton, my surname, A-S-H-T-O-N. Is it an N or an M? It's N for nose. When you hear M-A-R-K, Mark, then you must write the capital M. Now, names always start with a capital letter. So that's the names of a street or a place or a name, a person's name. You need a capital letter. You spell it wrong, you get it wrong. Okay? So make sure you remember that. Lots of my students always make this simple mistake when they don't need to. And that's where you'll lose points and your score is going to go down instead of up, which is what we're trying to do. IELTS loves to trick you with corrections. So you might hear the booking number is 1330. Oh, sorry, it's 1360. Always write the last one you hear. Pay attention for numbers like 15 and 50, 15 and 50. They might not spell it out for you, so you need to hear carefully. Sometimes on the test they'll say that's 15, 15. That's 50, 50. So just be careful. 1660. Now, of course, you can have a look at the form, look at the questions. You need to do this. You need to look at the questions, because if it's like phone number, you need to be listening for a phone number. Phone numbers in Taiwan, 09 is how they start. Mine ends with 007, Ling Ling Chi, which is pretty cool, James Bond's number. And that's true. Anyway, numbers in England begin with 07. And you just need to listen out for that kind of thing. If it says on the form, name of hotel, then expect a name, of course. But that way, your brain is already waiting for the right information. Watch out for corrections or synonyms, different words to say the same thing. It costs 60, actually no, £56. And only the 56, the final piece, is correct. Now, part 2 often gives a short talk or a guide. For example, a museum guide describing where things are. Here you will listen for location clues next to, opposite, across, from, behind, and you'll imagine the map in your head, even if you can't see it. And that's what we're going to practice today. You're not going to see any pictures. You're just going to listen. Okay, let's get started. Say bye-bye to this face and this new haircut. And you can pause it, and then you'll see me, or you won't, you'll hear my voice in the next section. Listening practice part 1, hotel booking, form completion. You're going to hear me as the hotel receptionist speaking on the phone, and you'll only hear my voice. Practice begins. Good morning, Rosewood Hotel. Ben speaking. How can I help you today? Yes, we do have rooms available for the weekend of the 23rd of May. Let me just take some details for your booking. Could I have your name, please? Right, that's Sarah Peters. Is that Peters, P-E-T-E-R-S? Thank you. And a contact number? 903 571 886. Perfect. So you'd like a double room for 2 nights from Friday the 23rd to Sunday the 25th. Is that right? The total price will be £180, and that includes breakfast. Check-in is from 2 p.m. and check-out is at 11 a.m. We'll email you the confirmation today. Could I have your email address, please? Yes, that's peters@mail.com. Thank you. Thank you very much. We look forward to seeing you at the Rosewood Hotel. Speaking practice 1 finished. Listening practice 1 finish. And let's move on to listening practice part 2, which is a museum guide, plan map description. Listening practice part 2, museum guide, begin. Welcome to the City History Museum. Before you begin your visit, let me tell you a little bit about the layout. When you enter through the main doors, you'll find the information desk directly in front of you. On your left, there's the Ancient History Gallery, where you'll see displays of tools and pottery. If you walk past the gallery, you'll reach the cafe, which is next to the gift shop. The modern exhibition hall is opposite the cafe on the right-hand side of the main corridor. To get to the children's zone, go up the stairs beside the gift shop. It's on the first floor, just above the cafe. Finally, the exit is at the far end of the corridor, beyond the modern exhibition hall. Enjoy your visit and don't forget to check out our special exhibition upstairs. Listening practice 2 finished. Great work. In this lesson, you practice 2 very typical IELTS listening situations, which would come for part 1 and part 2. A hotel booking, where details like names and numbers matter. And a museum guide, where you imagine locations and directions. Remember, in IELTS listening, success is all about attention to small details. You already understand English, but this is about focus and practice. So when you listen, keep these 3 things in mind. Predict what kind of word is missing, what kind of word goes in the answer. Check the grammar, your grammar and spelling, and stay calm. The answers always come in order. What I would advise just before you start the test for reading, writing, speaking and listening is take a breath. You've got this. You really have. You already have your own language superpower. Your English is awesome. Your Mandarin ability is amazing. That gives you a huge advantage in life. So every time you practice, you're training your brain to switch faster between the 2 languages. And that's really powerful. So when you're in a test or in life, in any stressful situation, just take a breath and you'll be fine. I'll see you next time for the next video.